Hello, friends. I get asked a lot by people, why do you prep? Why do you feel the need to be prepared? What are you preparing for? For real though, I mean, what do we do? Why do we prepare for, and what are we preparing for? Pretty much anything. The biggest things here are going to be local events. Um, Alexa, stop timer. They're going to be local things, right? Like the chances of having a world-ending comet or volcano blowing up pretty slim in my lifetime. What's not unlikely is a snowstorm, local issues with power outages, um, economic issues, shortages. Like, we've been preparing and homesteading for probably 6 years now. We've been starting very slow. We started back in probably 2015, 2016. It's 2021 right now, almost 2022, way before the pandemic started, where we really took a good look at the world and realized that what we have right now is not sustainable. And we wanted to build our skills and our skill sets and our house, our home, to be more sustainable. What does that mean? Well, it means that we needed to learn how to do things on our own, not necessarily have to source everything from our property, because that's not to us. That isn't going to work. We don't have a big enough property. We can't grow grains. We can't grow. There's a lot of things that we can't grow. But could we get by? Do we know enough that we can get by? Do we know enough to be able to plant produce and products that will sustain us even if we can't get to the grocery store for a couple of months? Hence, there is this wonderful challenge that is going to start happening in January and February. And it is the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. And my husband and I had sat down and said, if we really want to be prepared for things, we need to do a field test. We need to test out our pantry, test out our ability to do things for ourselves. And so we are not buying anything, not just food, but we're not buying building supplies, we're not buying clothing, we're not buying anything for the full 2 months. The exceptions to those is gas for our cars. If anything comes up, obviously, if it's an emergency, we're not gonna not take our kids to the doctor or something stupid like that. But we're really gonna try to just do with what we have. I was raised that way. I was raised probably more than my husband was raised that way. I was raised to make do or do without, because we were very, very poor. And I still have that mentality of make it work. My husband's very much of a perfectionist, so he does not like to make things work. He'd rather just buy it and, buy it new instead of trying to make do with something. And this is going to be a learning lesson for him, that he can rely on himself. So we're excited to do this. So what I wanted to do today was just kind of give you a little tour of our refrigerator and our pantry and what we're going to be using up during this time. And the freezers, I kind of started doing the freezers, and I realized that deserves a video all of it on its own. So without further ado, my fridge. This is our main refrigerator. It is got all of our fresh produce in there, our butter and our whipped cream. So I'm showing you my fridge because we're preparing for the Three Rivers Homestead Pantry Challenge. And I wanted to show you that we're not exactly following her directions and just using your pantry stuff, because this little person loves his fresh fruit and veg, and I'm not going to stop doing that. So we loaded it with fruit and vegetables that my kids will eat and that last a long time. Apples and oranges last forever. We're going to eat this up today. And we've got more in here. Obviously these we'll eat first. We got an escapee. Escape. Alright. And sweet peas, carrots, cucumbers. We always have these in the fridge. These are our kids' favorites. So we have those stocked. I'm fine for cheese. This is like all the cheese that I've either made. This is Lancashire. This is Lancashire. This one was the best. This one was made with raw milk from a farmer friend that we get our hay from. And yeah, just a ton of cheese. So we're going to try to use a lot of this up. Just American cheese, because burgers are not burgers without some American cheese. And the kids like to have grilled sandwiches every once in a while. What is under here? Oh, more cheese. Okay, so this was from Christmas. My fridge is going to start yelling at me. Oh, where is it? Giant thing of Parmesan is down there. I've got some half and half, some oat milk and goat milk and cow milk and yogurt. I have another fridge. It's over there. Second fridge usually has other things in it. I'll show you what's in there. First, we're going to go through in the bottom freezer. So we went to Sam's Club. We changed our membership from Costco to Sam's Club because when we moved from Fargo to Wisconsin, we realized that Costco was not necessarily a huge thing here, and they usually go to Sam's Club instead. So we've got 2 big things of the Dubliner cheese. You can freeze cheese. It's amazing. It thaws great. Blarney Castle, these are awesome. A cheddar that I made last year that I cut up into blocks. Oh, another Dubliner. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got a lot of cheese. Fancy schmancy cheese from Thanksgiving that I froze. That's Mimolette. Oh, it's so good. Mimolette. If you ever have a chance to try this, it is so good. It's like essence. It's got, it is really hard, and it's kind of like a Gouda, but it's like a really hard Gouda, and it's got kind of like notes of caramel, and yeah, it's just really delicious. This was called the Tickler. My sister got it. It was at a fancy cheese shop in Fargo and brought it along, and it's full of those lactic acid crystals. It's so good. Okay, I'm a cheese nerd. This one was a stinky cheese that we literally had so much cheese that we couldn't get to this, so I froze it. More Mimolette because and more of my cheddar from last year. I made a huge block of it. This was one of mine. I think that's a Gouda. I know it's okay, what do we got? We have Sam's Club sandwich stuff. I keep one of everything in this freezer, or try to anyway, except for the cheese. This cheese stays up here. Bagels, gluten-free bagels, gluten-free bread, naan. The freezer's yelling at me now. More cheese, odds and ends, puff pastry, walnuts. Meat side. This was taco pizza base that I had extra, so I froze it. Bacon, burgers, smoked salmon, steaks, brats. So my goal is to clean this out this next couple months. Got some veggies, mixed veg. On this side is all veg. Some of the stuff I like, these were Chinese long beans that I did in my garden, and I just threw them in a baggie. These are roasted peppers. They're excellent on pizzas. So that's that. And since this is real life, I have like a million jars in here, and I have no idea what half of them are. Does anybody else have that problem? Yeah, just me? Okay. A couple of cheeses that I just made. These were fail cheeses. But they're still delicious. They kind of taste like feta. I have a video on those, but I don't know if I want to post it because it kind of failed. Didn't really want to do what I wanted to do. This is sour cream, ground venison that we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Cucumbers, carrots, lots of random stuff in here. So many condiments, I tell ya. This is gonna be scary. Okay, I literally just went through this and cleaned it out just a little bit ago, and we have so much stuff in here. A lot of it I might just move, but our other deep freezers are so full. So just random stuff that we eat every single day that from our freezers that I want to have grabbed quickly. Nuts, unicorn waffles. The kids don't bring your kids shopping with you. So this deserves a video all in its own, but I'm going to do a quick pantry tour. These are all rice. Different kinds of rice. We have basmati and the Chinese, Japanese style short grain rice, like for sushi. We call it kokohu. It's just the brand name. And my husband likes these rice sides, so we this is a fail. These are too heavy, but the little ones, they stay on there nice. Okay, so this, I'm going to back up a little bit. My husband did this pegboard so I could, ow, cat, get down. Husband did pegboard so I could hang some stuff up that has hangers, or I have some hangers to put up there. Did some on that side too. My cat is trying to get my attention. Come on, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come on, kitty. So we're well stocked for the year. So this is our what we call our grocery store. Onions are starting to sprout. I need to do something with those. I'll probably freeze dry most of those. Cereal, the sugary cereals on the bottom. Just stock, dairy shelf. 1 jar of Rebel canning milk just to see what it would do. I'm kind of scared of that actually. But we have Luna now. She's given us a quart a day of milk, so we're happy with that. Crabapple sauce, pumpkin sauce, apple pie filling, applesauce, all of the different baking stuff. I use the brown basmati rice in my gluten-free baking mix that I make, and these were just fun flours to try and buy. Our chocolate shelf. You gotta have chocolate, right? And under there is like chocolate chips and stuff. Baking mixes, these are reaching their best by date, or they're past their best by date, so we're gonna make some brownies. I can't eat them because they're not gluten-free, but the kids sure will enjoy them. Another pegboard shelf thing. Got some pasta. This is what I mostly wanted it for. Was because I really like to buy these little packets of gravy and stuff, you know. But I can never find them when I want them. I don't like to dig through boxes, so this is kind of cool to have some seasoning mixes. And when my husband cooks, he does not do scratch cooking, so he likes to have pre-mixed stuff so that he can make it nicely. Ow, cat. Get down. Out. Loki, out. Come on, Loki. Out you go. Go bye-bye. Bye-bye, kitty. Sweeteners. Sugars down here. We've got different kinds of sugars. Some allulose. That's really good stuff. Cacao. This is actually vanilla that I started a few months ago. It's not quite ready yet. Giant thing of baking soda, baking powder, a couple of bacon mixes down there that need to probably be used up. All the sweetener stuff, so fake syrup or real syrup. I use this like in baking and stuff when you don't really want to use your real stuff. Molasses, corn syrup. I've never actually used that. It's probably, I don't know. Okay, it's good till 22. Honey, peanut butter, all the Asian condiments that we eat go through. We have black vinegar, tamari, oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, sambal, red curry paste, black bean sauce, sesame oil. I always like to have those on hand. Gochujang. That's delicious stuff. You should try it. Malt vinegar for fries, liquid smoke for our salmon, smoked salmon pate stuff that we make. Smoked salmon, mayo, cocktail sauce, all of the different kinds of Buffalo Wild Wings sauce. I had Buffalo Wild Wings in Fargo, and I ate there probably at least once a month, and they don't have one here. They have one that's like an hour away, and I'm like, no, I'm not driving that far. Just random sauces. Ketchup. So this is beef. This is canned lamb. So canned beef, canned lamb. Canned beef was in 2020. This is all 2021. Canned lamb. Did lots of canned turkey from when we got our turkey for Thanksgiving. They were 49 cents a pound. I haven't seen them that cheap in forever. So we snagged a bunch and I just canned them up. Got 2 levels of that. Yeah, I do stack my jars. And I keep these lids on too. Normally I just loosen them because I don't want to hunt for them. I can tell if the seal is bad. Like you could tell. It doesn't pop open. So I don't worry about it. I just leave the lids on with the rings and I worry about it when I open it. This is all chicken and I do chicken in half pints. I've explained that before, but the reason I do it in half pints is because I know that I'm usually use this for like lunches, and we would normally like take a big turkey thing for dinner, but these are really quick for fast lunches like chicken salad sandwiches or whatever. And if I need 2, I'll just take 2. These I can in quarts. These are whole chickens. These are the roosters that I had, and we're gonna have to dig into those. Canned chicken from Costco, Walmart, whatever. This is all different kinds of soup. Just a mixture of soup. Lots of different kinds. These are pork and black bean sauce. So this is the black bean sauce that I use. I like, there's a different kind. There's this Lee Kum Kee. I like that better, but I couldn't find it. So this is pork and black bean sauce. Char siu pork. So this is like a barbecue kind of pork. A big one of pork carnitas, marinated and cooked in there. So my view is if you can cook it in a crock pot and it tastes delicious, you're going to love it in a jar, because it is actually better in a jar than it is in a crock pot. I don't know if that makes sense, but one Muscovy that I canned last year that we're going to have to eat up. I have a few cans of salmon left, and I have some salmon that I need to cook or to can up in my freezer. All the different cereal. My son eats cereal every morning for breakfast. That's what he likes. First breakfast anyway. He's a hobbit, so he usually has 2 or 3 breakfasts. Over here, we have a couple extra buckets of these 2 are beans. This one I think is flour, but it's like wheat bread flour, which I don't use as much anymore since I went gluten-free. Our beautiful wall that I'm so excited about. So gluten-free tortillas, a few of those. One big grande burrito ones and a bunch of little ones. Spring roll wrappers. Oh, those are so good. I need to make something with those. Just random stuff like Spam. That's my husband's. Fruit section. We don't do a lot of canned fruit. We've discovered that the kids like canned peaches and they like canned pineapple, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to try to get through the rest of this in this pantry challenge. Some canned vegetables. We're not a big fan of canned vegetables either. We like them either freeze-dried or frozen or fresh. Just a few of those. I like the canned mushrooms. Gordon likes the canned potatoes. These are okay, but they're not the best. We like to have a little mushy pea every once in a while. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but that's like a British thing. My husband's from Scotland. I made this beautiful Asian coleslaw and some banh mi vegetables for banh mi sandwiches. Oh, good. Corn. A couple of different salsas that I made this year. Roasted tomato salsa and peach salsa. Rolled cowboy candy. Some more salsa in the back. Some pickles. A bunch of different kinds of barbecue sauce. This one is spicy cherry. This one's an orange pineapple that ended up very spicy. There's a honey barbecue sauce. I canned a lot of barbecue sauce. Lots of different ketchups. This one was green tomato curry ketchup. We haven't actually opened this yet, so we'll see what it tastes like. Hopefully in this pantry challenge, I'll figure out what to do with it. Okay, let's see what else we got here. This is like a pepper jelly or something. I don't know. Cranberry sauce, chai, crabapple jelly. This is the bomb. Wild blackberry jam. We have wild blackberries in our backyard. This one's raspberry lemonade jam. That's really good. We had raspberries from a U-Pick place down the road because we don't have ours yet. This is strawberry balsamic jam. That's really delicious. Strawberry rhubarb, zucchini bread jam, and zucchini relish. Haven't cracked into that yet either. This is our curry shelf. We like a good curry. This is a curry sauce I made this year from our homegrown tomatoes. This is so good. I probably won't ever be able to redo that because I didn't write it down. I took a recipe that I kind of liked, that I kind of was like, okay, that'll work. And then as I was going, I was tasting and adding and tasting and adding, like you do. And I have no idea what I did. This is Persian curry sauce. This is so good. This is really very simple. It's mostly tomatoes and onions and turmeric and cardamom. That's like literally it. And it's just really, really, and garlic. Lots of garlic. More jarred curry sauce. I'm pretty sure every time my husband goes to the store, like he'll buy another curry sauce. And we haven't used hardly any of them because we prefer mine. Random tomato products that mine. This is all spaghetti sauce that I made this year. I should probably... That's not one of mine. Okay, so this is a spaghetti sauce, and then this is a bolognese sauce, so they're different. This one is more like has got a lot of vegetables in it. It's really delicious. Canned soups down here. We don't eat a lot of those, so... canned beans. We're kind of trying to go through the ones that we bought, and I'm starting to can the dried ones that we have in the corner there. Now this is the pasta world. All the different kinds of pasta. These are the ones that are in bags, and on both sides here, these are the ones that are in boxes. This is the little gluten-free shelf that I have for myself, and the kids really love ramen. More pasta in boxes. Pasta. This is the cracker aisle on one cookie. The Cheez-It aisle. Random thing of taco shells. It probably should be somewhere else. Let's see where it is. Might as well stay there for now. Coming around, we have it two in the middle and around the perimeter. So yeah, the kids don't understand that they should be opening this box first, but we have all the popcorn. Popcorn is huge in our family. So we have the regular, more regular, microwave, crackers, different kinds of spices. Have you tried that before? I love this stuff. I'm not gonna be able to eat it anymore. Cheese, Parmesan, coffee, which is Uber. It's just coffee just kind of fills up the spaces. It doesn't have its own shelf because I will hunt high and low for it if I can't find my popcorn. More chips. More chips. Okay, so I did stock up on chips because that's not that much. Like 2 months of chips is like 2 bags. Sour cream and onion, regular. Like, I found these and I'm like, yes, please. I'm gonna have to try that. I think I got through everything else now. Oh, and then back here we have buckets of wheat, which we purchased before I went gluten-free. So that might be feeding my chickens this summer. And then rolled oats. I don't have to be uber careful about my gluten-free because I'm not celiac. I just have a sensitivity to gluten, so I'm just gonna eat those anyway. So this is the grocery store. Very well stocked. We're very happy with this now. And it's gonna be fun pulling from here to do our pantry challenge. There's a lot of things in here that we haven't touched in a long time that they would just stay in here if I didn't have this kind of challenge. Like all this stuff back here. Boysenberry spread. I don't know how old that is. This came with us from our old house. So at least 2 years. Blackcurrant. I'm going to have to find something to do with those. Maybe we'll just make a ton of trifles. My husband would love that. So, getting ready for the pantry challenge is... Oh, I forgot a whole shelf. Okay, down here below. I have pork lard. This is duck fat, butter, and lamb tallow is back here. Olive oil, and then vinegars, just white vinegar. I keep some of the freeze-dried stuff out here. It's looking pretty empty right now. My freeze dryer was on the fritz for a while, so we've eaten a lot of stuff, but we mostly keep our freeze-dried stuff in long-term storage. So this is just the stuff that we use. This is zucchini, that's onions, mixed berries, asparagus, carrots. Up there, this one is hamburger, onions, and garlic, so good. Freeze-dried beef, and freeze-dried roast pork. And then we have a bunch of freeze-dried containers here. And then, yeah, they're kind of getting stuff piled on them, but these are all containers of freeze-dried food. The bottom two are entirely freeze-dried eggs. Like, I had so many eggs because I had so many chickens in the summer. We've cut them down to probably, I've got 20 hens now. We're getting probably 3 or 4 eggs a day, and it's honestly enough for us. We have enough to eat. And yeah, that was a crazy amount. But we'll have a crazy amount in the summer because I have 20 chickens. So anyway, that's the pantry.